Hey Guitar Fam, how's it going? The votes for the 2022 Guitar Fam Christmas collaboration song are in, and the song that won is White Christmas. And no matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, there'll be something for you to play on this because the track is pretty basic, but it leaves a lot of room for kind of interpretation. It's based off of the Michael Bublé version and the Drifters version. Both of those have kind of the same harmonic background. First off, we're in the key of G major. And you're going to notice that the tab or chord chart and the jam track are available for you, so make sure to go to guitarfam.com and download those. If you haven't created your complimentary account yet, just make sure to do that, and then you'll be able to download all the resources for this. But the format for the song, like I said, G major, 113 beats per minute, it's kind of a medium tempo. And the format for the song is just going to be one time through the song with a singer. Chelsea will be singing the song, and then one time through with no singer. So if you want to play a solo, or if you want to do some finger style, or even if you want to sing over the top of it, you'll be able to do that. And then the third time through is singing again. So I'll be able to chop this up in any way, any number of ways that we want to do, so I can kind of feature everybody's best moments. But I figured I'll just walk you through the chord chart real quick, and then give you a couple examples of playing along to it. If you are a beginner or newer guitar player, stick to open chords and stick to a very simple, just quarter note, all downstroke strumming pattern. That'll get you through the entire song. If you're a more intermediate player, you can use a little bit more fancy strumming pattern. I'll give you a couple ideas for that. And then if you want to do finger style, I'll give you a couple of ideas for that too. Maybe we'll take a look at just some melody or solo ideas too, if that's something you want to do. Okay, so this is almost completely diatonic to the key of G. There are a couple of little surprises here and there, but we'll get to those, or we'll deal with those as we get to them. So just start off playing all quarter note downstrokes, if you know, just to get the strumming pattern down, or if that's all you can do for this song, that's completely okay. We'd love to still see your video and everything. So just two measures of G. So one, dreaming of a, and then at the end of two measures, go to a D or D7. White Christmas. So that's two measures of D. You have two more measures of D, just like the ones I used to. And then go to a G for no. For two, actually be four measures, but on the fourth measure, you're gonna go to a G7. So no. Where the treetops. And here's G7. And next measure is a C. And here is where a bar chord does come into play here, but you don't have to play this. I would play a C minor bar chord just like this, just for one measure. But if you can't play a bar chord yet, a C minor bar chord, just play a four finger C like this, if you know this version, and let off of your finger. This is the third of the chord that gives it its major quality. So if you let go of that and just let your third finger or second finger kind of lean over and mute, this chord will fit over that C minor. Or you can do just a C power chord. Any one will work. Don't let this bar chord stop you from turning in or submitting a video for the Christmas collaboration. Okay, I'll tell you more details about the Christmas collaboration when the videos are due, the cutoff date and all that, toward the end of the video as well. Okay, so let me play just those first 12 bars for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes a D, or a D7 is fine too. Back to a G. Stay on that G. You can go to G7 if you want here, or just a regular G, C, and then C minor. Okay, so really it's just a matter of memorizing the chord progression first, and then getting the changes down from chord to chord. If you're having trouble with one specific chord, isolate that chord and make that your daily practice for a week until you get that chord shape down. If you're having trouble with a specific chord change, isolate that chord change for a few days, and then once you put some focus work in on that chord change, the bottlenecks will kind of disappear and you'll be able to play through this whole chord progression. Anyway, let's do the next 12 measures. G for one measure after that C minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to here, E minor for one measure. Sleigh bells in the, and then A7 or an A major, whichever one works for you is fine. Snow. And then a D for one measure. So really you can look at those first 16 bars as one big phrase, and the whole song is only 32 bars long. So on measure 17, it just kind of almost repeats the same thing. It just changes a little bit toward the end here. I'll show you what I mean. So measure 17 is just 2 measures of G. Switch to D for 4 measures, and you could do D or D7 again here. White Christmas, with every Christmas card, and then G for 4 measures. You can switch to a G7 here if you want. Then you go to a C for 1 measure. Again, C minor for 1 measure. Again, you can do this C, or just a C power chord. And this is where it changes a little bit. The chord progression for the last 4 measures changes just a little bit. It's a little bit easier here, actually. So you just go, and they all, so G for 1 measure, and then D for 1 measure, Christmas is the, then last 2 measures, just a G. And then it turns around and it does it again. We'll do the whole song 3 times. First time singing, second time instrumental in case anybody wants to solo or do fingerstyle stuff, and then the 3rd time we'll just do singing again, then we'll end it. Let's see, so you could totally get through doing what I just did. The main thing you're gonna have to do is work on the individual chords if any of them aren't familiar to you yet, and then working on switching between any 2 adjacent chords that are giving you trouble, and then just staying in time. It's important to play along to the song, and you can do it with earbuds on. That's probably the best way to do it. That way I can put the track underneath what we're all going to play, and the sound will be the best. But you can just record it on your phone. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Either way, any way you want to do it is fine. It will work. Now, if you're a little bit more intermediate, this is what I would suggest doing. This song does have a swing feel to it, so if you're doing 8 notes, you can't do just a regular straight 8 note fill, or it won't match what's going on in the jam track. So it needs to be swung. So instead of just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you need 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a straight just 8 note strumming pattern works really good here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But what I do like to do is hit 1 and on the bass strings, just like a few bass strings for each chord, and then 2 and on the high strings, 3, and the same thing for 3 and 4 and that's kind of the intermediate strumming pattern that I like to use. Just because it gives a little more feel, and it fits what's going on with the drums a little bit. So instead of just doing this, which you can do just straight 8 note strumming pattern. Don't worry about bass and high notes or anything. Or you can do the bouncing back and forth between bass and trebles. So either way is fine. So as far as strumming goes, those are the 2 options. Really, you can do anything you like, but those are 2 options to help get you started if you're having trouble knowing where to start with this. Now, if you're doing finger style stuff on this, here's what I would recommend doing. There are 2 things that came into mind. I thought just of a normal, something like a normal folk pattern where you're just alternating thumb, index, thumb, middle, and then your bass line. It's just a standard alternating bass pattern, right? So. Okay, and you're gonna have to figure out the bass for each thumb for each chord, because it's gonna change for each chord. If you have trouble with that, go check out the fingerstyle masterclass. All alternating bass and accompaniment patterns are all covered there. But just to give you an example, like on the G, my thumb is bouncing back and forth between E, D, A, D. And you don't have to be that complicated. You can keep it all on the G if you want. Something like that. Just like the one that you do. But if you are up for it, an alternating pattern like that with your fingers on top might be nice. Also a rolling pattern, something like anything like that will work. Whatever you feel like you want to do is fine. You can take this as an opportunity to work on a new fingerstyle pattern or a new strumming pattern, and that's completely cool. Okay, I'll play along to the jam track a little bit. I'll start off very simple with just quarter notes. Then I'll do some intermediate strumming, then maybe some fingerstyle toward the end too. Here you go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. D. D again. Comes a G. G. Strumming more involved. G7. C. C minor. G. A minor. A or A7. D, and then you can do some finger.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. With every Christmas card I write,
rolling.
be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Okay, that's really it. This could be as simple or as complicated as you want to make it. The important thing is that we want to invite you to participate with the Guitar Fam community in this year, 2022, the Guitar Fam Christmas collaboration song. All you have to do is film yourself playing to the song. You can do it through earbuds or headphones. That'll make it easier for the camera to pick up or your phone to pick up your guitar, and I'll be able to put it in and edit all the videos together and make it sound really nice. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be like a nice camera or anything. Just put your phone up, play along to it, and just have some fun. If you have any questions about this as you progress, feel free to email support@guitarfam.com. I cannot wait to see your submissions. The due date for these is December 7th. December 7th. So you have just about a full month to work on this. So no excuses. I'm just kidding. Have fun with it, and get it to me as soon as you can. And we're going to do our December Guitar Fam Jam live stream on the 15th. It's a little bit earlier than usual, but I didn't want to cut into everybody's Christmas time. I know we're going to be busier toward the end of the month. So deadline is December 7th. Fam Jam live stream is December 15th. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or just email us. See you guys later. Bye.